I was really hoping for an update to the English Pokemon Legends website, but we never got it. And unless the Pokemon Company trolls me and it gets updated right after I release this video, I'm not expecting anything over the weekend, so we're kind of delayed on some very important information because Hisuian Zorua and Zoroark are normal ghost type. That's a unique typing, boys. And it's a really, really good one. So that is what we're breaking down in today's video. If you enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like, share with your friends, comment your thoughts down below. But yeah, I knew about this right after I uploaded my video because I started making my video like 2 minutes after 6 a.m. So by the time I finished it, that's when like people are finding out, hey, the Japanese website updated. Oh, the English website doesn't have the information. But Professor Oak says, verbatim, they appear to be of normal ghost typing. The types are this, because this is from, like, Professor Oak descrambling and analyzing the video and being like, hey, check out these bad boys. Well, that brings us to the normal ghost typing. And also, it makes for a bit better of a video if we have the flavor text around the Pokemon, even though I'm guessing it's going to be pretty predictable. It's like similar to the Zoroark that we know, they are very protective of their young, so Hisuian Zoroark will attack on sight using illusions. It's going to be pretty close to that, and I hope it's, like, spookily correct. Because, I mean, we see the information be similar when it comes to, like, Growlithe and the other Hisuian forms. Zorua is just cute and fluffy, and they're probably going to talk about how it's cute and fluffy and stuff. But now, what does this mean? What happens with a normal ghost Pokemon? It's busted. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's filthy. It's despicable. All those terms. Because, look at this. One weakness. And you're getting 3 immunities and 2 resistances for 1 weakness. And the weakness is Dark. Now, I'm not expecting Dynamax to make a return to Pokemon anytime soon for the metagame. And we're gonna... Actually, no, wait, never mind. Because this is actually going to work inside of Dynamax because Pokemon Home is working with Pokemon Legends. It was confirmed back in the August Pokemon Presents that Pokemon Legends will interact with Pokemon Home, and that VGC 2022 will still be on Pokemon Sword and Shield. So that actually means that these Pokemon are going to interact with Dynamax for a bit of time. Not even just for VGC, but also the Battle Spot. So naturally, there's going to be an update to Pokemon Sword and Shield to make these Pokemon actually work in the game, since their models don't exist yet. That's going to be something interesting to, like, watch it play out and see how that goes. I'm also wondering if there's going to be, like, Dynamax raid events to where you don't have to buy Pokemon Legends to get access to the Pokemon. You also don't need to buy Pokemon Legends to get access to the Hisuian Pokemon because of breeding. So things are going to get a little weird off of that. But what I was talking about with like the whole Dynamax thing, it feels like Dynamax has made dark typing more prevalent. Maybe I'm just crazy, maybe something else is going on, but yeah, like a max darkness is absurd, and Pokemon like Tyranitar and Hydreigon, as well as a few others, and even like Pokemon like splashing in the max darkness as tech under a Dark Pulse or something, so Pokemon that wouldn't otherwise run it is using it, and then like the meta's kind of crazy, and we don't have the full Pokédex inside of Pokemon Sword and Shield, so could have some kind of shenanigans going on with the typings. But I'm just trying to think about the future stability of the normal ghost typing, because it's ridiculous. It's funny because Pokemon Legends has shown to just be disgustingly, insultingly fan-servicey, but here we're actually getting something interesting out of it. So I'm wondering, like, if I feel like Pokemon Legends development had to have started pretty long after Pokemon Sword and Shield's development at this time. So it's not like they went, yo, we can't put the normal ghost inside of Pokemon Sword and Shield because we're saving that for our new big surprise game or something. But it is weird because a lot of people are like, hey, we need to start filling in all of these unused typings. Normal Ghost has to be for Pokemon Sword and Shield since we didn't get it for Pokemon Sun and Moon. It also makes sense to get a cool Normal Ghost type Pokemon inside the Galar region. Didn't happen. The Ghost Horse didn't even get Normal Ghost. I think that's also another thing about, like, the Generation 8 meta maybe having more dark prevalence because, yeah, Pokemon like Spectrier are busted and you need to tone it down. And also, Dark is just really good against a lot of stuff. Sucker Punch got more common because of, like, 1 hit point combos and stuff, and, like, finishing off a Pokemon that's trying to take off with, like, Airstream or Dynamax shenanigans. So, like, it feels like Dark just got a little bit of everything that it wanted. I'm not trying to say that to, like, take away from how broken Normal Ghost is, because, like, normal fighting and Ghost immunity, this thing gets to switch into everything for free. Also, it looks like it's still going to have the illusion ability. So, I mean, we can maybe speculate as to what's going on with the Pokemon itself. But if they do this for the trailer, it's a smoky kind of effect, so it is implying an illusion. And I feel like when you're getting something as unique as a normal ghost typing, you don't need the entire Pokemon to be fresh. So it would be kind of cool to think about Zoroark with some kind of extra ability, and maybe hidden ability gets kind of opened up, because this could just be a Zoroark with a regular ability and other hidden ability ones can exist. But I don't think it needs that. And also, would you really want to give up illusion on a Pokemon that has 3 immunities? Now, I know that normal doesn't really mean much because it doesn't hit super effective, but like fighting and ghost while also having like a normal ghost Pokemon, it's pretty good. And it only has 1 weakness. I mean, now Zoroark has less opportunity to get blown up, which means it can like survive a hit, or can still pull focus sash shenanigans, or it goes specs, and then like here, there's so many things that can happen here. Also, I don't know why people are still wondering if the guy's like alive, and I've even seen comments like, yo, he's dead now. Like, we got to see him die in HD. You guys are stupid. He clearly ran away because the illusion attacked him, and the illusion doesn't do anything because it's an illusion. And then we see Zorua and Zoroark just kind of like wander off. So he scurried away. This footage had to be retrieved at some point in the past. It's not like someone found an Arceus phone in the woods 150 years later, whenever this takes place. The phone was found in the archives of the Canalave Library, so someone brought it back. Don't worry about him. He's okay. But yeah, now I'm just like trying to think. Now, normal Ghost doesn't have a lot of offensive pressure, so it would have been like just the most ridiculous thing ever to have on a tank. But I think Zoroark getting access to it does make it a bit more interesting of a Pokemon. So I'm just thinking, if Spectrier can still pop off and be like one of the scariest things ever, this is going to be just fine. So I'm trying to think about it from that standpoint, where it's like, you go Specs, you hit 2 stab moves, they get KO'd, you're able to take a hit inside of that, and you're able to deal another hit of damage on top of it, while also having illusion. So, for all you know, you're trying to pretend to be a Pokemon that's weak against fighting, a dark type, which would be hilarious, because, like, people have pointed out that the only thing that Hisuian Zoroark is weak to is its original typing, dark. So that is kind of cool, that is kind of cute, I like that. So, I mean, like, yeah, you have a Pokemon that absorbs a fighting type move, so you go Specs, Outspeed, Illusion, Immunity, Specs, KO, and now you're still at full health. And then, like, Specs, take a hit, Specs, KO, Specs, done. Now, it'd also be interesting if they read the specs or not, because you could still be thinking, oh, it's Focus Band, not Focus Band, oh, it's Focus Sash, oh, it could have some kind of other item, it could have something else going on with it. But overall, like, yeah, this could be a decent sweeper Pokemon. Does depend on the stats. As we've seen with, regional variant Pokemon, sometimes the stats don't change. Sometimes they get a little bit of an uptick. Like, Ninetales just got straight up optimized, and that was pretty good for the Alolan Ninetales. And it has a lot of base stats to play with. 510. If those go to the right place, we have a really strong Pokemon. The problem is Zoroark just has 105 attack for kinda no reason. I feel like I've seen physical Zoroark or mixed Zoroark once, but it wasn't like that. It was interesting, but it wasn't like, yo, this is what the Pokemon needed to be broken. So, I mean, if these stats go down, get a little bit more special attack, get a little bit more speed, could do that weird thing where it's like, give it 112 speed, so it speed creeps the speed creepers, and then gets to do something weird, and then like 125 special attack, depends on how much they got the attack. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes like 70, so that way you get like slightly more out of defensive typing. But like, yeah, you look at this on Zoroark and it's decent. It's been power crept out of the game. And like, we didn't see any changes in Pokemon Sword and Shield where it's like, hey, let's just give it more base stats. Like, you know, we've buffed base stats in the past for Pokemon, let's do it for Zoroark. That didn't happen. So it does kind of leave the question of how much they're trying to plan ahead with some kind of Zoroark form or a normal ghost type Pokemon in one form or another. Yeah, like, they could just keep all the stats effectively this way, knock like 10 off attack, put it into special attack, and that's something we've seen before. Knock 15, put 5 into speed, 10 to special attack, and they could do something. But even at these stats, it's workable, it's playable, there's something going on here, and it's mostly just like, alright, let's see what the typing does. And at least they didn't put it on tank, because that would be like the new meta warping 100% pick Pokemon. I guess I don't need that up there because Bulbapedia has updated since Professor Oak said it's normal ghost. Why shouldn't we believe him? It's official on the Japanese website. Poison Bug as resistances doesn't really come up too much, too often. It's just mostly like, yeah, this thing doesn't have to worry about much, and then you just run it down as an oppressive, or hopefully oppressive, special attacker. And then there's just the overall thought of how cool Ghost Normal is to finally exist, and they actually made it work. And we can also kind of apply this to the region of the Hisui region that it's from. Wow, number 7 on trending. This really captured, yeah, of course, like the ultimate Giga fan service here is going to capture a lot of attention. And the sad thing is, a lot of people are going to buy the game effectively just for these Pokemon or like 1 or 2 other features. So I do find it funny how people complain about the $40 paywall of the DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and then they'll pay $60 for like 3 new Pokemon, which you don't even need to pay $60. Like they'll probably try to spin this like, oh man, they're paywalling all these exclusive Pokemon. Nah, because of Pokemon Home, everyone has access to them, and I'm betting that you're going to be able to put them in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and then you just breed them like any other regional variant. So you actually aren't gated out of these. You just get access to them like you would with any other Pokemon. Either way, they are really cool, but 2 cool Pokemon doesn't save Pokemon Legends from being objective trash, and in the future, when we're in the game past Pokemon Legends, they'll exist, and we won't have to worry about Pokemon Legends anymore. So that'll be a thing. It's effectively like Generation 5, where it's like, yeah, Zoroark is like one of the only Pokemon I like from Generation 5, and the rest of it can burn. So weird how those parallels are kind of coming together, but I mean, we can just look at the region and the area for it. So yeah, there's the snow runt from the video. Maybe Hisuian Frostlass, but Hisuian Frostlass in a cold region wouldn't really make any sense. Like, I don't see how the adaptability works there. It's already wearing a kimono, which is traditional Japanese garb, so why? Like, how would it exist as a Hisuian form? But would be interesting if something did come out of it. I just don't think it makes a lot of sense. And I guess like forest, mountain, because he's like, hey look, snow runt, let's go up this hill. And then Zoroark's hanging out over here, maybe over here. That looks like a temple-ish kind of thing, so that's a thing. We don't know if it's a noble Pokemon. We don't know if it's the certain female Pokemon that is being looked after. It does have like feminine qualities, but as we've seen with Primarina, gender doesn't matter in Pokemon. They don't discriminate, so why should you? And I'm guessing it's just gonna be like cool that these Pokemon pop up, and the availability of it's going to be interesting as well, because from what we've seen of like the rest of the terrain and the rest of the game, like there's just Pokemon all over the place. I could see it being a strong Pokemon or like one of those angry Pokemon on the Zoroark, but why not just catch a Zorua and level it up? Because if there's just like, you're in the forest and then Zorua is just right there in the wild and there's 5 of them, catch them all, fill out the Pokédex. Catching a Pokemon once won't be enough to complete its Pokédex entry, so there should be a ton of these guys running around, and then you can get as many as you want for Pokemon Home, and then you could probably trade those, like in the early days, you know, if you speedrun Pokemon Legends, you throw those things on Pokemon Home, you're going to be able to get anything you want off the GTS, which would be cool if like the game wasn't hacked into oblivion and legitimacy mattered. So that's another thing, like, yeah, you don't have to worry about getting Pokemon Legends because everyone's going to be hacking. And if that offends you, maybe you should have taken me seriously 6 years ago when I was like, hey, hacking's starting to get out of control, guys, we might need to do something about this. The world champion is literally a cheater. No one cares? Okay. Oh, what's that? All the world champions have been like proven to hack except for the Japanese ones because the hack maker says they're hacking? Oh, no, you guys still don't care? Alright. So I do hope that you waste $60 on this game to get this Pokemon and then 20 hours of your life to shiny hunt for something worthless, and I will rub it in your face how worthless it is. So there we go, guys. We're gonna have to, like, much like any new Pokemon and stat speculation, we're gonna have to see how it plays out, but can't really go wrong with this. Like, and everything points to this being a good thing for the Pokemon itself. I don't think, like, I think the amount of fan service we've had in Pokemon Legends is getting annoying and obnoxious, where it's like, if you have to shill and pander this much to make people like your game, probably not that great of a game, but at least we're going to get like something salvageable out of it with the really just awesome looking Pokemon in much wanted forms and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, with this, I'm also guessing they're going to put a decent amount of work into making it viable. And after what happened with the Crown Tundra update, where it's like, wow, those are some really crazy new legendary Pokemon they brought into the game, everything seems pretty strong. I wouldn't be surprised if this is like deliberately overtuned as a hype point of Pokemon Legends or something, or just to make it viable inside Pokemon Sword and Shield. So I think a lot of care is going into making this a meta staple, and that's going to be alright by me. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.